All right, I have returned. The battery on my laptop died. So we are doing. My name is Shango Ray. For those, this is the part two. So if you want to kind of know what's going on, I'll do a brief recap here. I'm doing something just a little bit different. Doing some numerology readings based on the date of birth. Okay, so I'm doing a reading for nine numbers. Okay, so your date of birth can be added down to one number. All right, the last number that I was on was six. Okay, um, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. All right, like the fuck out of it. Appreciate it. All right, now, uh, I was talking about for the sixes here. Okay, so if you're kind of like, what part two? Maybe you should. I don't know. Like I said, if your birth date, you just add the name. Okay, so like if you're a six, you could have been born on the 24th. Two plus four is six. You could have been born on the sixth of the month. Could have been born on the 15th. One and five is six. That type of thing. Okay, so for the sixes, I was saying that there is a troublemaking woman afoot. Okay, so you want to be very careful. This woman is going to be making things very difficult for you. Okay, she's not a fan of you at all. All right, a very troublemaking, emotionally distant, just kind of bitter person. Okay, so you want to be careful. All right, now, in addition to that, I want to caution you too, because I feel that some of you sixes have been really giving a lot and you're kind of feeling depleted. You're kind of like the one everybody goes to. All right. And right now you're feeling kind of depleted. And I don't want you to get into, negative Nancy mode or anything of that nature. You might have to also, something in the spirit saying for some of you sixes is establishing boundaries. Okay, it's very important. People are always calling you for things. Can I get a ride? Do you got a couple dollars I could borrow? Can you this? Can you that? You're starting to think. For some of you sixes, I don't know why this is coming through, but for some of you sixes feel like your first name is Can You. Okay, so that is the six. We're going to move on now to number seven. If your birth date is equated or added up or is a seven. Okay, if you're born on the seventh of the month, I'm about to tell you right now a little something about some seven shit. Okay, so this is what's going on with sevens. All right, born on the seventh, 16th, or 25th of the month. All right, you're basically quiet, reserved, low key when first approached. You're independent in your own way and have a unique individuality. This may explain why you prefer to be your own best company. You're analytical, knowledgeable, usually well read. And this description of the numbers also is coming from the book Numbers and You, a numerology guide for everyday living by Lloyd Strayhorn. Strayhorn. Um, okay, this may explain why you prefer to be your own best company. Okay, you're analytical, knowledgeable, usually well read, and continually search for the causes and effects underlying a situation. Okay, you'd love to travel across large bodies of water or large bodies that contain water, to far off places and exotic lands. Your intuitive nature may lead to prophetic or lucid dreams or a feeling of deja vu in certain situations. We just had one of those happen in the chat room. Um, Although you may say very little, you observe everything a great deal, since you have a need to inspect and analyze. You have a natural gift for writing, research, computers, science, and the occult. Neptune is the planetary ruler of your birth number, which attracts those born under Pisces and Cancer. Monday is your best day of the week. Okay, so let's see what is going on with the sevens. Okay, Martial knows. No, these readings are based on the specifically and for a specific reason, the numerical date of the numerical date of your birth, not the month and added up the whole thing, life number, mass. No, uh, the day, the day or date, I should say. Okay. Uh, yeah. Okay. So what's going on with the sevens? My mystic sevens. What's going on with the Mystic Sevens? What's going on with it? Everybody okay? Y'all all right? My B Hammett impersonator. Y'all all right? Okay. Hey, Passion T, I'm back too. My battery died. I had to come back. So, hey, we're in sync. We're in sync. Okay. Sevens. Let's see what led you here. What's been going on recently, kind of? Sevens. What's been kind of going on recently? Okay. Recently. Recently. Okay, well, for one, I feel also too, um, you've been feeling unbalanced as far as finances go. Okay, you kind of been doing some of this. I think you also kind of want a little bit more stability as far as just more foundational stability within the realm of finances. Um, and some of this is also definitely a reflection of you may not be acting a lot in accordance with your heart's desire or with what you prefer to create or who you prefer to be. You do know who you kind of prefer to be, but you haven't been, recently, anyways, up until now, moving in integrity in accordance to that, which is mucho importante. Okay. I also feel something was offered recently and you said no. Okay, so I feel like there's also a saying no to something. There's also an initiation of, another word, something stopping, which means something is starting. A new something is starting. But I also kind of feel that you've been over analyzing it and you have been refusing to accept it or fighting it, I should say. You're not going to be able to fight it forever or for long, okay? But you have been refusing it. You've been refusing it, okay? And some of that also um, equals out into some type of turbulence, whether that's inner turmoil or inner turbulence of some kind, hence the unbalanced shit, or and or also without in your environment, in your personal reality experience. Okay, some and of course being in true seven fashion, you guys have been learning. I feel like also you've learned some new shit, like, so you kind of like you've upgraded the program, okay, up here. So there has been an upgrade, there has been some for lack of a better word, forward motion, especially on the mental level. I feel like mentally right now, you're also, or leading up to, you've been kind of in a mentally powerful point of view or place for yourself, except when it comes to certain things. That's where the autopilot shit kind of comes in. But once you become aware of it, it's no longer autopilot. Okay, it becomes a choice then. Okay, so yeah. And also, I feel like you've been having good. Some of you sevens have been having good success or just good dealings with groups of people. I don't know. I just seen somebody meeting with a group of people after work or something like that. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so let's see what's going on for the recent. Okay, right now, in this. Uh, okay. Well, number sevens. Even though you guys are very reserved and stuff like that, I feel like whatever it is that you was kind of going through, um, you're also, it kind of feels like, I feel like right now there's been maybe an incident or two or some things that have happened where you kind of feel like It kind of almost feels like bad luck, but in some way, it's kind of like paying your tab, I guess you could say, for past thoughts and actions and stuff like that. It's your own tab to yourself, actually, so it's not like somebody else extracting it. But and in some, I feel like some of you also, you may not be aware of it right now, but some of you have also kind of been either you're harboring some type of a little bit of a selfishness to you, and I'm not talking about like necessarily the good selfishness. Maybe you're being selfish about a particular situation or within a certain relationship, okay? And you may even know it, but you're just kind of like, you know. But yeah, I feel like something has kind of been paid off. So I feel like there is going to be a new sense of freedom here coming up for you. And I think that's also being reflected in this too. This 10 of diamonds, an upgrade. So I feel like you're also going to be upping your standards a lot. Okay, upping your standards, meaning certain things ain't gonna fly no more. I'm not putting up with certain shit. And I prefer certain shit. Okay, that's what it really comes down to is what do you prefer? Because you can prefer what you like. So what do you prefer? Uh, why do I feel like I don't know? Some of you, I feel like you got in a heated fight or argument, or it could even been you may even be feeling a need for defense. Like I gotta be defensive. You want to be careful about that, okay? It's cool to be, kind of fortified and stuff. But if you kind of do it from, if you're really worried about it and your actions, everything in your actions say, "Hey, I'm expecting something fucked up to happen." Once again, the action is the real. That's where the rubber hits the road as far as the manifestation process, in your own personal manifestation process. So, uh, you might inadvertently attract some type of an altercation or something like that, even though that's not really your style or what you would like. Um, but yeah, I feel like I just keep getting a sense of aggression. Like right now, like you might be in some type of aggressive waters, in your life right now. Okay. So let's see what is happening in the near future. Okay. In the near future. There's for you sevens, there's going to be some cord cutting. There's going to be some people are not going to make the next round in your life. Okay, I can just tell you that already. I do, however, see there might be somebody coming around here that's going to kind of get your nose open, in a romantic fashion, of course, in a romantic fashion. There could also be a new child coming in here, through one of you, through one of your Yannis out there. Okay, but like I said, there's also this irreconcilable difference. We're not speaking like shit is just cut off between you and somebody else. Either they cut you off, you cut them off, or you guys both simultaneously did the draw and like fuck you'd each other at the same time, shooting each other in the head. Okay. Um, but yeah, I see you not speaking to somebody. You just, it got cut off. Um, I would like to encourage you to be able to at least, it does. I'm not saying to try and establish communication again. I'm saying forgive. Let it be what it's going to be on the outside. But I'm saying within you, like forgive them, and also whether you might be kind of stubborn about it, but still also forgive yourself. You might be like, well, why am I forgiving myself? I didn't do anything, but just it's in your life, so therefore it has something to do with you. But just forgive it, let it go. In other words, that's another word. When I say forgive, a lot of times I'm just speaking of letting it go, just letting it go. Okay, that doesn't mean forget. That doesn't mean being a doormat. That doesn't mean letting people take advantage. That doesn't mean none of that shit. Okay. It just means to let it go within yourself. I'm moving on. I'm not going to be bugging out about this shit. Okay. So, seven of spades here. There's something I'm not liking about this situation, also. And this could have been the reason for this riff here. Afterwards, you find out. But there was something not being said, something either being hid from you. Once again, it could be a case of you just not knowing that you don't know. Okay, at this point. But this is something This is in an important area of your life. There's some information missing. You don't have all the facts. Something is blocking the clarity. Okay, could be your own, for lack of a better word, your own ignorance to something. Remember, ignorance doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means a refusal to learn. It just means a refuse. Like it's almost like when I hear of ignorance, I think of somebody covering their ears, going blah 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 blah. It's kind of like that. Okay, so you do want to keep your eye out for that. Okay, you do want to keep your eye out for that, and you can also even just ask out loud to yourself, whatever, what is it that I'm not seeing, um, that I need to see, and trust and believe. You will know when you need to know, not a second sooner or before or after. Okay, if and it could be also too, if it's something you don't know right now, it's because you don't need to know it right now, but you will. Okay, or you may not. But whatever the case is, that's what's going on. What I'm seeing here for the sevens. We're about to check out the eights. Okay, see what's going on with the eights. You see what's going on here. Checking in with my folks, my fam, all these lovely, luscious goddesses. I got lost, sweetheart. Did I miss my born on the 29th? Yes, you did, Sherry. That was in the last video before my battery died. So that's a number two. So you're going to want to check on the number twos, okay? For your sweet ass little 11. Sophia, I'm going to go to number 8 and then 9. I'm going to wrap it up. You would need information to learn, right? Learn what? I'm not kind of understanding that. This is a general reading, so general is general, although sometimes it kind of can get specific in certain things. But the point is, if the dots connect between your ears or in your heart, that is the most thing. I might have said something and I don't necessarily know all the ramifications of what it means for all the people who are going to see this, because that would almost be fucking physically impossible, on the physical realm, for that to happen, nor would I even want that. But no, no need for apology, Sophia. Okay, we're gonna check out number eights here. All right, so you are an eight if signs. You might be an eight if you were born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of the month. You have a deep, intense personality and will often exhibit a maturity beyond your biological years. You're basically serious minded and philosophical in your approach to life. Your ambitious nature could lead to success in public life. You're not afraid to involve yourself in work or projects that require personal sacrifice. Of all the birth numbers, yours tends to be misunderstood the most. So pull out that violin for yourself and give it a good wah. Okay? This may account for the loneliness and isolation that you feel from time to time. Deep down, however, you're really warm and caring once others get to know you. Your birth number is ruled by Saturn, drawing you to people born in the months of January and October. Saturday is your best day out of the 7 days. Okay? So let us see what's going on with the eights. Go back to my YouTube. It's a video channel for Jewish people. Get it? YouTube. Or Spanish Jews, are going to YouTube. Okay? Now, for the eights, show us where the eights have came from. What led them here right now? Or what's recently, anyway? Not the whole life story, but recently. They're the violins, Sunflower Girl. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Okay, okay, okay. Number eight, number eight, number eight. Number eight, number eight, number eight. Phyllis Glenn, I would, yes, to Wanda Vance. And you go with the hand on the face again. I'm gonna get you about that. Okay, the eight, the eight, the eight. Which you don't like my corny jokes. You don't like my corny joke. You're giving yourself the face palm, I see. That's how much you don't like my corny jokes. Okay, no, I'm just playing. Eights, where are you coming from? Where you coming from? Where are you coming from? Well, there's no sense that you're feeling divided. Once again, we just discussed how personal sacrifice that can also be a form of division too, because you feel like I personally like this, but I'm sacrificing this, for the long term, the greater benefit. Uh, TV, you too much. Okay. We also have a six of clubs here in your recent background here. Okay. And even the way I marked this card was just weird. I wasn't paying attention, I guess, but it is right set up for this case. Okay, so I'm also seeing, amongst other things, though, is a good balancing anyway, as far as your communication seems to be balanced right now in your life right now. I feel like you feel like you have a good handle on things, like no matter who there it might have a situation with, like you can address that, you can effectively communicate um, with other people. Okay, right now, anyways, definitely a lot of you eights are killing it. You're walking in financial dominion, mastery within. Okay, and it seems to be also translating on the outs. Maybe even some lucky breaks. You might have won something also too. Okay, recently, but I feel like you feel lucky, or in the recent past, though, you were feeling lucky. Okay, like I feel like I'm lucky or something. All right. Hold on here. Uh, for some of you eights, so I feel also to your ability to actually listen. I feel like you kind of reached a new page within yourself in listening, because maybe before you weren't so much a listener as you were just a talker. When you would be in a conversation, you would be thinking of what you want to say next as opposed to listening. But now I feel like recently, though, I feel like you kind of been taking other steps to actually really hear somebody. Tell them what they just told you back to make sure you got it. Active listening. Okay. So what is going on now for the eights? What's going on now? Well, I guess that's one of them. What's going on now for the eights? Worry at work, huh? Worry about work. I feel like there is some worry. There's some worry. This card is worrying about work or health, or work and health. Could have been something. This could even also some carpal tunnel, something else. But like a lot of different physical stresses on the body can materialize as different physical problems. Okay. But I feel like recently, now, right now, I feel like some of you eights are worried about that, though, or worried about your job in particular. Okay, worried about your job, your work. All right. This is also the card of the third wheel. Okay, interference in particular, somebody's interfering, so this can also be speaking about betrayal and infidelity. Okay, it's also omitting, deception through omitting. Okay, the seven is different because the seven doesn't necessarily mean deception, although it can. This one is also very strongly steeped, like your favorite tea, in deception. Okay, so it could also be deception in the work life. Okay. Somebody's not saying something. Okay. Maybe the company didn't get the huge contract, or whatever, the contract, or whatever it is that's going to somehow slightly trickle down and then affect you, and nobody's saying anything. So there's an air of deception. Okay. Eight. There's an air of deception. And I need you to know that. Okay, and along with that, I see also your worry about either health, work related issues, or both, because they could be intertwined, interrelated. And an idea or something that you are either going to do, or a plan of action or something. I feel recently, right now, like you kind of just you kind of gave up on that. You let that go. You were going to, but I'm not going to now. I feel like you let it go. Okay. Wow. uh Downward progression, okay, within the work the health realms. Also, I feel like being that you feel so isolated right now, also I feel like you feel spiritually isolated too. Maybe even spiritually disempowered. Okay. So to wrap it up right now, as far as what I'm seeing and feeling for some of you eights right now, I feel right now could even be what is described as a dark place a little bit. Things seem kind of dark right now. They may feel kind of dark right now. Uh, future, future. All right. There may also might be a woman or a Leo who's going to help you in the work or health department. She may be also. She might even know some type of a. I just feel it's a woman. Okay, I feel it's a woman, and it's also she also represents almost like an angel in human form, or some type of spiritual guide in human form, or she it's almost like you could almost look at her like that, like, damn, you're almost like a but this person is going to actually, I feel like, be of assistance to you in some kind, even if they just give you some type of useful information that inspires you to do something different or take some type of action. Okay, I also feel you making some type of good progress emotionally up out of this. So you're gonna this and this shall pass to my eight friend. Okay, my eighter from Decatur. All right. I see also a new sense of you're going to establish within yourself. Okay, it's not going to happen like from the outside. You're going to establish to yourself, and I don't know, it's going to be different for each and every one of you how you arrive at that particular place in yourself, but you're going to be able to establish your own form of that's part of bossing up. That's the main part of bossing up within yourself, with yourself. I may not be able to control any of that, but I control me. I control how I act. And at the end of the day, I'm going to determine how I choose to feel. Ultimate boss shit. Okay? UBS. Anyways, though, I see that for you, though. And I got faith in you. I know you. I know you're going to. All right? But you may not be out of the forest just yet. Okay? When you do this and get this inner security for yourself, please be, because I feel like there might be another little event which is basically an echo of this old shit that's going to pop back in to see if you're going to just turn back into the old person again. Okay, so even though this is reversed, I am suggesting, and I kind of feel like that some of you are going to, you got to turn this right side up. This means a change of heart. Okay, change of heart. Bible says, as a man or a woman believes in their heart, so are they. Like, that's what they are. That's who they're being right now in this moment. Okay, so whatever this thing is that might offer you an opportunity to become the old you again. You thought you changed, huh? Well, don't get fooled into thinking that just because something shows up in your environment or your physical world, that means you're doing something wrong. Oftentimes, it's kind of a way that you test yourself as, are you sure you want to be this new person now? This who you want to be now? Okay, well, check this out. Are you sure? And it's going to give you the opportunity to revert back to the old shit. But in the words of an ancient spiritual master, don't. Okay? So now, last number here. The nueves, baby. That's right. The nines. That's what you tell your old shit, sunflower girl. I'm sorry, no thank you. I'm evolving. I am evolved. Okay? So what's the nines? What's going on with the nines? If you were born on the ninth, the 18th, or 27th of the month, you tend to be a fighter in all matters of life. Okay? Although the early stages of childhood, adolescence, and young adulthood may be filled with strife and opposition, Your strong will, grit, and determination will help you succeed in the end. Your character is bold and courageous, backed by a very good opinion of yourself, although not always, regardless of what others may say or think. You have an equally strong desire to be in charge of your life, to be the master of your own fate, master of your domain, as they say in Seinfeld. On the other hand, you have to control impulsiveness. Impulsive. You have to control your impulsive Yanni diet. No, I'm just kidding. Um, yeah, you have to control your impulsiveness. That I do understand. A hasty temper. Fuck yeah. I'll light your ass up in a second. And a tendency to leap before you look. If you make the attempt, you have a gift for leadership and organization and the ability to inspire others. Mars is the planet assigned to your birth number, and I was born on Tuesday, which is the day of Mars. Um, yeah, assigned to your birth number, attracting those born in the months of April and November. Tuesday is your best day. Yes. Same mountain, Scorpio, Sagittarius. What's going on, Queen of Fire? Queen of Fire. I see. Uh huh. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. This is Shango Ray. Just checking in for those of you who don't know, who just tuned into the video, whatnot. Yeah, that's there for you too. Also, we are available for personal consultations, or we do also psychic email readings for those who just choose to go about it that way. And there is also a callback request line. That's right, you can request for me to call you back, and if it is possible for me to do so, I will be on the phone with you shortly. All right, all that will be in the description box, or is. Yeah. Okay, so now, last number. The last of the Mohicans, the number 9. There goes that violin again. Yeah, I'm not doing the triple numbers. There's so many different meanings for that too also. I do that too. I look it up and then I see how it resonates with me. Or I see if that's like I prefer that definition of what this means or not. Or I'll just say what does it mean? What does it mean? Or I'll add all 3 or 4 numbers up, see what number I arrive to with that too also. Um All right. So number 9. Let's see what number 9. Some of you number 9s have come from. What's led you here? What led you here? What got you here? What led you here? What got you here? Yep. And yep. Within the relationship too here, there's been a change of heart because this relationship is coming to an end, or in the past it still may be lingering or whatnot, but I feel like there's also a change of heart, and it could be a change of heart uh, in your relationship to something, maybe the job you're at, maybe just what you're doing, or just who you have become up until now, or in the past, I should say recent past. Okay, so that is one of the main themes in your past here. There was, it seemed to, and this change of heart may have had to take a down. You know, you got to get up for the downstroke. Okay, so it may have took a dip so you can come back up. There's also this 3 of clubs here, so a lot of I see a lot of creative work of some kind, or creativity being imbued in your work that maybe others ain't doing, depending whether that's a job. If you do have your own business, this is hitting me right on the head too, because I've been doing nothing but creative shit. Well, creative and technical, and sometimes I don't like the technical shit because I just want to be able to do creative, but I can't be the diva and have just green, you know, green M&Ms in my dressing room. I got to do it all. You know, I got to get to my hands dirty. All right. So, yeah, but a lot of creative work, a lot of creative work. And maybe even multitasking some type of intellectual projects as well, or projects that are more uh, on the mental realm or dealing with knowledge, communication. Okay. Um, there's been also uh, whether it's being a new friendship, there's also talks or thoughts or yearnings for a partnership of some kind. A working partnership too. Definitely feeling like a working partnership. Um, I think that would greatly also benefit you though. But it appears to me though that you've been turning lemonade. Okay, you've been turning apples, oranges, and pears into lemonade. All right, doing some alchemy there, somewhat. It seems to have occurred there. Okay, in the past, leading you up now. You're still doing it, but all right. So let's see what hey Margarita Arce Arce Arce. I don't know. Can you phonetically spell that? Because I do not want to mispronounce your name. 6666666. Somebody said, yeah, head of household. All right, what's happening presently? Presently. Yeah, presently. There has also been this spiritual influx that is fusing with your creativity. It's really uh, spirit inspired. It really is inspired in this case. In spirit too. Okay, inspired. Uh, you're very much. Also, some of you are also tapping into your magic. Okay, working that magic, baby. Working that magic, baby. Yeah. 10 of clubs. Okay. Recently too, you shed some things, some beliefs, some opinions about you, about who you were, that actually necessarily didn't come from you. They came from different people along your journey. And, every now and then something kind of made it through and you kind of kept it. And then you would start looking at yourself through this particular filter. So you kind of collected these filters. I feel now you've kind of just started shedding these even more. Just like, you know, um, and choosing, like I said, to see yourself as you wish to, as you prefer to, not as you have been. And just because, and you don't forget too, the way you may have looked at yourself in the past, and the way you have believed, and the way and the actions that have come out of all that shit, will produce results that seem to back it up and make it seem like, yo, this is true. This is true. No matter what you choose to believe, if you are assertive in it, if you are faithful to that for just a amount of time, it's your reality, your physical reality, your physical world is going to reflect back to you a bunch of different things that seem to prove that that is true. So the kicker is, it's all true and yet it's all not true, but it's going to, no matter what you choose, you're going to get proof that it's true for you. Okay. um so this is also I feel like spiritual movement too, like real, like almost like a flow. Okay. um Also, somebody may be pregnant. Okay, somebody might be pregnant, somebody might be becoming a mother. Okay, this is also somebody's relationship with their mother. I see it also doing good. And if your mother has transitioned, then your mother is around you. You may have been feeling her presence. Might have even got a quick whiff of some perfume or some type of scent related. Okay, I feel a motherly energy around this, though. Okay, very good. Very, just a very motherly, very loving energy or presence. Be that from somebody incarnated or not. Okay. And if it's you, I feel like some of you out there got knocked up. Somebody shot your club up and scored a hole in one. And you may either be just about to find that out or you just found that out. Okay. So, near future. Margarita, that did not help. I said phonetic spelling, not just spell it spaced out. I still see ARCE. Like, how do you pronounce it? Is it ARCE? Is it like arse? Or is it arcade? Or is it like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would you phonetically spell it out? Like, sound it out, spell it. All right. Uh, okay. Some of you nines may be dealing with somebody, a woman who's feeling like they are just giving, 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 and they may have just their attitude towards you has changed. Um, you might also be feeling though, and for this is true for a lot of you. You've been doing a lot for a lot of people, and once again, like I mentioned on another number, it's time for some boundaries again. Reestablish another set of boundaries and get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So there's somebody else too, there, or even somebody that's just draining you of something that's important to you. Okay, so I'm getting like a whole bunch of different scenarios here with this Queen of Diamonds. And it might also be a lazy bitch causing some type of legal problems, or she might be a cop caller or something. But there might be some legal things going on here. If you have to go before a judge, I would maybe do some corrective. First of all, establish your outcome. What do I want to happen from this? And be able to move forward without an attachment of it actually needing to, even though you may feel like it, but just still keep coming back to that. Hey, whatever's going to happen, it's going to be in my good. Even if I don't understand it right now, it's going to work for me. It's working for me now, you know. But I feel like there's some legal problems, maybe some dealings with the police also, or some law enforcement. And then for another one of you nines, you're having a tough, tough time with your boss. This asshole, he just seems like a fucking asshole, really. And you're not feeling him, okay? Having major problems, major, major problems. I feel like sometimes he could be a dictator. He kind of, the system in which you work in also is fucked up too. If that's for that person, um, yeah. But again, nine, your point of power is right here, right now. So you don't have to wait for the future for this. What do I want? What do I really want? Or another way to say it is, what do I prefer to create, to experience, to whatever right now? You're gonna always have to be asking yourself that. Okay, if you keep going too long without asking that, you're inevitably going to get off track. Inevitably going to get off track somewhere. So that's why you have to recalibrate. You got to ask yourself again, like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So, and this is also the reason for any of you nines out there experiencing instability as far as finances go. You feel not stable. Okay, you don't feel rooted, grounded, safe in your world as far as money goes. Okay, and also I don't think you really come to understand. Some of you nines haven't come to understand your own personal set of values, which is very, very, very important because that gives you your legs. And then, should you choose to change what is important to you, you can. But if you don't know what's important to you, you could be in conflict with yourself and not know it. You could be, you know, almost creating like a counter intention with you. Like, yes, I want this, but you don't realize that, something else is important to you. I'll give you a quick example. I want to start my own business, right? But that might require a lot of time, a lot of this, a lot of that. You do have to kind of be disciplined about certain things in order to do that. But maybe you didn't know that one of your core values is freedom. I want to be able to do whatever I want when I want. Well, now we have a conflict here. You see, and you wonder why this shit maybe isn't working out, or why it's so hard for you to take action steps in regards to that. You know what I mean? That's why. Okay, so that's why you got to be your own detective. You got to be your own archaeologist and dig inside yourself and find out these things. Know thyself, and from once you know it, then it's not a problem. It doesn't mean it's set in stone. It just means you didn't know it. It had power because you did not know it. Or let me take that back. It seemed to have power in a negative way, but it was actually just what it was. Like you just don't know that I'm here. You haven't looked. That's all. That's the only problem. And once we find that out, okay, now what do I choose? What do I prefer? What do I prefer? You got to and answer that with your heart, not with your head. Your head is basically a loop. It's always loop. We got to get out that loop. You know, so that has been your numerology little psychic card reading there for you guys on the numerology tip. Just something different. Yes, there will be some Shango DX coming out here real soon for all my favorite signs and my not so favorite signs. Um, what's this? Yes, I was born. 12, I'm in a motorized wheelchair. I was born with CP. I see. Okay. Lynette Spencer. I see. Yes. TV is right. He is going by the day you were born. Yes, Latoya, I'm simply going, and just to keep it simple, on the date of birth. So not the whole date, but the actual day, the date of the day you were born, if that makes sense. All right. So this is Shango Ray, and like I said, I am available for those who choose to. I'm a tool. Basically, is what I am in your world, in your reality, as far as on one level. I'm just a tool. Like you don't have to. You can make your own personal gains. You don't need anybody else. No readers. You don't need nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you. And sometimes it is advantageous to have that interaction though. Okay, so if that is you, you can look below in the description box. Okay, and that's it. So I will be back maybe later, maybe not, maybe tomorrow. But I want to just tell everybody that I love y'all. I appreciate you guys, so you ladies, especially the goddesses, but everybody. And we will be returning. And I hope y'all have a really good day. Gonna take a nice hot shower now. Yeah, me too, actually. You're too, you're a tool. Okay, I got you. So thank everybody for being here. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Go ahead and share it. It's like love. It only multiplies when you give it away. You know what I'm saying? It's a gift that needs to be given. Okay, so go ahead and share it. You might be helping somebody out. And you might be creating some goodwill in your favor also by doing that. So, just do that. Until next time, Loretta D. That's right. Peace and blessings, everybody. All right. I'll catch y'all when I do, and I won't when I won't. All right. Peace and blessings.